Trust you're well. In my last episode, I started a conversation on the barriers that sabotage your financial goals. And I spoke about the first barrier, which is focusing on the circle of concern, where you find you're dwelling on things that you can do little or nothing about. And I'd encourage you to go to that video and just listen to it and see what are those things that just I have no influence over. I cannot change, but I dwell on them on a frequent basis to a point where they are robbing your bank account. And today I want to speak about the next aspect, and I call it a mental block to your financial goals. And that is forgiveness, lack of forgiveness. You see, as humans, none of us is perfect. We live as imperfect human beings, including our loved ones, people who are so close to us. So it naturally and inevitably it means people will offend us. The people we love will come in our way in one way or another. And we will equally do the same to them. We offend people. So to expect that because I live with these people or I love these people or they're my friends, I'll never be offended is a perfectionist mindset. And it puts you in a box that you'll just not be able to move forward and to look at people and yourself differently. So you'll be offended. I even see it in my own children. They come from school, they tell you, oh, this and this person offended me. I also get this phone call from a parent, your son did this, your daughter did that. So we are in a world, an imperfect world where we offend each other. So the thing is this, when you hold on to resentment, anger, bile, and all the beef that comes with people doing or not doing, what does it do? It affects your inner state. You build up a reservoir of negative emotions in your inner state. And that has an effect on everything else. Because remember, everything, including money, is an inside-out game. It's an inside-out game. So forgiveness, when we say my money journal, I've talked about this, forgiveness. And I've said that forgiveness goes beyond the law of justice. It helps you more than anyone else to restore your inner peace. I was listening to one of my mentors who was saying that when you hold on to resentment, it's like they were quoting Nelson Mandela, who said that when you hold on to resentment and anger, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So when you forgive, you are the one who restores your own inner peace. It's a therapeutic experience. It contains a gift, which is directed not only to the person who is forgiven, but it's directed to you. It's directed to you. So it is actually a gift you deny yourself. When you hold on to grudges, you hold on to this all negative energy that comes with not forgiving. So the willingness to forgive, it protects many things, both truth and justice, and most importantly, it protects your inner state. So I want to speak about how lack of forgiveness reflects in your financial life. The first way it reflects in your financial life, and which is a very big one in my work as a certified money coach, is the sense of victimhood that comes with lack of forgiveness. You see, when you've not forgiven, when you lack that forgiveness, it leads to a victim mentality that manifests in your financial irresponsible behavior. You find that someone who is deeply hurt and holding a grudge, or who has been wrong, it's likely to cause you to have this wounded victim mindset. And you may feel entitled to compensate for this unprocessed wound, for this pain that no one has come to make it up for you. So you choose to make it up for yourself. And because money affects every aspect of our lives, what happens, it's always the go-to person. It's always the go-to thing to heal unprocessed wounds. And one of those that emerges through lack of forgiveness. So you compensate yourself. You go into a state of retribution rather than being able to move forward. So when you're in this state and you feel someone needs to make up, something needs to make up for my pain, you're likely to become financially irresponsible. You're likely to get into lack of financial discipline through overspending, lack of budgeting, lack of managing your finances prudently. So you treat yourself, you pamper yourself, you heal the wound using money. So when you find you're leaning towards a lot of financially responsible behavior, just check. Could there be an unhealed wound that I'm dealing with? And it may be emerging through lack of forgiveness, forgiving and letting go, forgiving and closing that chapter, blessing that person and moving forward. So the victim, the wounded victim. And it can be a very serious thing. I've dealt with so many deep issues that come from lack of forgiveness and holding on to this victim space that just doesn't make you to become a victor out of your life circumstances. So forgiveness also builds up a lot of negative energy, a lot of negative energy. Money is energy, and a positive one at that. So when you have this negative energy coming from the bile and the resentment that you're holding because of unforgiveness, it dominates your inner state, and it actually pushes down the positive energy of empowering your financial state. So when it actually becomes a blocker, it blocks your financial goals, the opportunities that you should be seeing, your abundance mindset, and put you in a state again of negative energy and a victim state. And you find also people who have unforgiveness issues, people who lack forgiveness struggle with trust issues. They hardly trust because they've been let down before. They struggle with trust issues. They find it even difficult to invest, difficult to look at financial opportunities because within them, they just feel they cannot trust even things that may be good for you. So look at it this way. This life is about you. Yeah? It's about you. It starts first with you before we go to anyone else. You see, people can only love you, people can only be around you when you give them a better version of yourself. And a better version of yourself is a version that doesn't hold on to past wounds, past grudges, and all this. Yeah? So with that better version of yourself, you attract the money that you deserve in your life. Remember, money is energy. Money is something that you attract, and you deserve it. You deserve to be financially empowered, to hit your financial goals. So let go. Let go of something that you cannot deal with. Maybe things that happened, even the people who hurt you are not even with us anymore. It's not worth it to hold yourself hostage in a state that you cannot unwind, you cannot change, things you cannot change. So think about areas still holding on to resentment, you're holding on to anger, you're holding on to what was not done, what needs to be made up, and it's just pulling you back. It's a whole load of negative energy that is pulling you back and taking you away from your financial goals. You see, money is core to our survival. It is something we all need to win with. It's not something that we can afford to close our eyes on and not to pay attention on things that hold us back from hitting our financial goals. So evaluate yourself, look within, and check, what is holding me back? Could unforgiveness be just part of it? That which is making me not get to where I want to get to financially this year. We are already halfway into this year. We're already in June, and the month goes so fast. Before you know it, we'll be end year, and you'll be looking at your financial goals. And it's worth it to go into a self-reflection to see, could there be something within? Because sometimes we think our money situation is held by things outside, or the economy, the corruption, the government, my employer, but their real blockers are within. It's an inside-out game. So check yourself within and see, where am I still holding on to resentment, to anger, to bile, to what happened in the past, to unforgiveness? Let go, let live, and place your focus on what you want. You deserve it. Bye for now.